In this video, we are quickly going to know about influenza, that is commonly known as flu. We are going to know about its symptoms, its treatment, and the preventions that we can do so that it cannot spread to us. So let's get started. Hey everyone, this is Aagam Singh Sisodiya. So firstly, we have to know what is influenza. So influenza or flu is a respiratory illness which causes the respiratory tract to infect. As such, in the common cold, you can see that our nose is affected, our throat is affected. From nose to throat, it is totally affected from the common cold. As such, in influenza, this situation occurs, but in a higher level, in a severe manner. In common cold, you can see that there are mild symptoms that are coming, but in influenza, there are lots of symptoms, very higher type of symptoms are coming. Means in common cold, you are getting plenty of symptoms, but in influenza, you are getting lots of symptoms with lots of pain. Flu is caused by influenza viruses. Okay, these are the another category of virus which cause influenza. Common cold is also caused by virus, but these influenza virus are more serious or creating more serious problems than a common cold. Okay, the common symptoms of influenza includes fever, chills, muscular pain, cough, congestion, runny nose, headache, fatigue, short of breath, and sore throat. These symptoms look general to common cold but are severe in the case of influenza. Now the treatment of influenza or flu. The flu or influenza can be treated by antiviral drugs. Why not the antibiotics? Because antibiotics can work only on bacterial species. They can kill specifically the bacterial species, not the viral species. That's why the antibiotics are not used to treat influenza. And viral drugs are used to treat the influenza or flu. The common antiviral medicine that is used for the treatment of flu or influenza is Tamiflu, that is commonly used in the treatment of influenza or flu. Now the preventions of influenza. The first prevention is vaccination. You just have to do vaccination at a particular interval of time, at a proper period of time also, because these vaccines are stay for a very little time of 1 year only. So you just have to repeat the vaccination process after 1 year. The persons which are immune to chicken eggs cannot do these vaccinations as it create allergic symptoms in his body. Okay, now the second one, that is you just have to be away from the infected person, because whenever he cough or sneeze, these viruses will spread in the whole air and you are getting infected. Thirdly, you just have to wash your hand before touching or smelling anything from your nose, because as I told you, these viruses can spread from things also. As for example, I am touching a chair. If that chair is infected with that viruses, then these will go from my nose to my respiratory tract and get infected to my body. So that's why you just have to wash your hands. Fourthly, you just have to wear face mask before going to any public place or any hospital, because in these places many type of people are affected with influenza or many type of diseases. So these diseases will not cause by wearing this safety mask or the face mask. Now an important thing about influenza, that when a person is affected or infected with influenza, first in the 2 days, in the beginning of the 2 days, he doesn't know about the symptoms or anything about the influenza, that something enters in his body. No signs and symptoms are visible in that 2 days. So at that moment, the person doesn't know that he is suffering from influenza or going to suffer with influenza. But at that time also, the person can spread the influenza viruses by coughing and sneezing. So that you don't know which person is infected or not, as the symptoms are not shown by that people or that person, that patient. So don't be in contact with the person which is coughing, sneezing or spitting with his mouth, because these viruses can spread even he doesn't know that he is infected with influenza or any type of disease related to that. So that's why you just have to be away from these type of people which is coughing, sneezing, and make sure you just have to advise somebody that if you are infected with influenza, then you have to take a mask on your face. If mask is not available on that person, then you just have to cough or sneeze after keeping the handkerchief or your hanky on your face, so that these type of virus cannot spread in the air also, and cannot spread or contaminate the other things that I am talking about. So that's all about the preventions of influenza. So I hope this video is helpful for you. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and if you have any query, then you can ask in the comment box down below. And if you have any friend that wants that knowledge, then share this video with them. And if you haven't subscribed this channel, then subscribe the channel to get more interesting videos such like that. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.